Hey guys, Andrew from Push Fitness and Nutrition, and this whole month we have been talking about how to survive the holidays, and we made a complete guide for you if you need to know how to plan your fitness, how to plan your nutrition, and really have some good tips around the holidays. Make sure you guys check out the link below to download that guide and set up a good survival strategy for your holidays. So this week, we are going to dive a little bit deeper into planning your fitness, or how to stay fit during the holidays, or even just how to maintain your fitness during the holidays. What we want to first talk about is, obviously during the holidays, we want to have a good balance. Holidays are a time for family. That is important. You have to remember, your fitness shouldn't sacrifice for your family, but the big difference I'm about to say is your health might end up sacrificing your family in the long run. So that's why there has to be a good balance of finding what's going to work for you. If you just don't care about your fitness and your health at all, in the long run, it might sacrifice your having family time. But if you put too much emphasis on fitness, you might lose out on family time. So how do you do it? How do you plan? How do you make sure that you're maintaining your fitness during such a crazy season this time of year? So we're gonna go through that today. So the first thing I wanna talk about is, if you are already going to a gym and have a strategy and you've made that a habit on how to keep your fitness, I encourage you to keep doing that even through this time of year where maybe it's a little colder outside, it gets dark earlier. It's good to keep that habit even when it doesn't feel motivating to go to the gym. If you're somebody that's having a hard time going to the gym and haven't really made that habit yet, the first place we want to start is having a plan. So having a plan for anything is our huge tip on how to do nutrition or how to make something a habit. Is you have to write it down and you have to know what your schedule is going to look like. So for us, planning, in the guide, we've created a calendar where you can just sit and look what the next 2 months is going to look like. We know that you're going to have your must-do tasks. This things like going to work or work projects, or even making sure you pick up your kids from school. So things you have to do no matter what time of year it is. Write those down and see where your schedule's at. So that's the first thing you start with. The second thing you're gonna look at is, what are your obligations going to be this time of year? We know that it can get busier. Maybe you have to go out of town and see the in-laws. Maybe you're traveling for work. Maybe you have a holiday party that you have to go to. Maybe you just have a bunch of kids' activities that you have to be at during this time of year, but you're gonna need to write those down in order to have an idea. A lot of times what happens is we have all those things and we just forget about them, and we kind of let that just ruin the rest of our week in terms of not getting up and doing the things that we need to do, and just kind of let that dictate where we're gonna go. So knowing what your obligations are gonna be this time of year is gonna be a huge help. So after you have your must-do task, and after you have your obligations, family time, vacations, things going on with the kids, you're gonna be left with what time you have left for fitness. Now, if you are just starting out with fitness, even 1 day a week is gonna be a great start, right? Or 2 days a week is gonna be a great start. But we suggest 2 to 3 days a week of just sitting there knowing if you have 30 minutes here, 40 minutes there, an hour there, use that time wisely, right? You're gonna want to put some fitness time in there because we already know that our obligations and our must-do tasks are gonna take up the rest of our time. So allocate your time wisely to fitness. That's a great thing to do. If you're doing it at a gym, that's awesome, even better. You've laid out your plan. It's a little bit simpler to go there. If not, if you're kind of in between a gym, you haven't joined a gym, you can still get a great workout in at home and still make sure that you're making progress in your fitness this time of year. But there are a couple things we want to talk about if you're going to work out at home. One would be, find a space that is going to be usable for you, right? We don't want to just do fitness in your bedroom where you're used to going to sleep and relaxing. It has to be sort of a change of environment for you to kind of flip that switch of knowing this is going to be a little bit different than just relaxing in my home. So changing your environment. Dedicate a room in your house, section off a corner, make it more bland or have fitness stuff around so it gets a little bit more motivating. Or if you can do it, weather feasible, you can go outside in your driveway, you can use a park outside, or you can use a spot in your garage as long as it's not too cold. If you have equipment, that's great. If you don't, you can still do really great bodyweight workouts that are going to help you move forward, or even just get moving for 30 minutes a day is going to be the goal with these type of workouts. But we do suggest having a mat or something you can use to go onto the ground with. But another thing that we want to look at is changing your clothes. And this may seem simple, but you go to work, you make sure that you're in your work clothes so you feel like you're in that environment. When you come home, you might change, but if you change into your workout clothes and act like you're going to the gym, that is a switch for your mind to think, okay, we're about to do something different. So don't go home, let yourself relax, sit on the couch, and then think that you're gonna get up in an hour and just magically find that motivational workout. So we have to make it a habit, we have to make it a routine. So once you have scheduled out when your workout time is, change your clothes to flip that switch in your mind of knowing, okay, it's time for me to work out now. The next tip I want to give you is, especially around this time of year, your kids might be home from school, you might actually have family in town for an extended period of time. It is going to be fun if you get the whole family involved. Remember, just like we said at the beginning, we don't want to sacrifice our family for fitness, but our health might end up sacrificing our family. So we want to make sure that we're using our family, having fun, and just making it something where you guys can build a habit together. So get your family members involved, get your spouse, get your kids. If they want to do a little workout with you, that would be awesome. It's a great way to move. It's better than sitting on the couch for 2 hours and staring at your phones. You just need 30 to 45 minutes to get that workout done. So we hope these tips can really help you. But the biggest thing is have a plan. Write it down, know when you're gonna work out. You're not gonna be perfect, but as long as you know what times you need to work out, it's gonna be better than just trying to figure it out as you go through the days. Once you get busier and busier, fitness falls to the wayside. The second thing would be make sure that you have an environment that you know you can work out in. It's gonna change your way of thinking of let's work out instead of let's relax, especially if you're doing workouts at home. And then make sure you change your clothes to something that is workout attire, and then also enlist your family to help you. Those are the tips that we're gonna use to make sure that we're not seeing our fitness fall off during this time of year. It's really important because, again, there's a reason why everyone wants to start January 1st, and that's because they just spent 2 months doing nothing and they feel like they need to do something. So even if your goal is just to maintain during this time of the season, it's good to just get moving for 30 minutes, get that blood flow, so come January 1st, you don't have to feel like you're starting back over from zero. So today we wanted to do something and help you guys out and take you through an at-home workout that you can do by yourself, inside your house, in your garage, outside, or even enlist a family member to come help you do it. Only takes about 15 minutes and it's a fun workout, and Alexis will take you through that now.
Hey guys, here's our at-home workout for the week. Remember, with this type of workout, doesn't necessarily have to be outside. You can do this in your garage, some space. If you have living room space where you can do this workout, definitely can be anywhere that suits you, okay? So just make sure that you have something to log your time, 15-minute time period, whether it's on your phone. Maybe you can tell Alexa to set your timer for you, but remember, this is something that you can do really anywhere. You can go to the park, have your kids jump in, but this is something that gives you a workout to where you don't necessarily have to come to the gym, but you can do this at any point that fits your schedule. So for our at-home workout today, Andrew's gonna demo your movements for today. We'll keep it at 15 minutes of work, starting with 10 air squats. So with the air squats, body weight here, no equipment needed. You can keep your hands out, but with our focus, we wanna keep our chest high and making sure we hit at least 90 degrees with our air squat. So we'll keep it at 10 for this movement, then we'll take it to the ground. You can lay flat on your back, and we'll do 10 V-ups. So just like it sounds, you wanna come up and make the letter V. So you can reach up for your toes, arms are together as you come up. If you need to scale that, if that's too challenging, you can bend the knees here and do the same motion to make that V. So we'll keep it at 10 as well. Then you can turn over, still stay on the ground, and we'll do 30 seconds of a plank hold. So 2 ways you can do the plank. You can go on the elbows, or you can also be in a locked out plank. So both are gonna get the job done here. Keep it at 30 seconds. If you can't see your timer, maybe just count that with when you're breathing, 30 seconds of that plank. And then we'll jump into 10 step back lunges here. So you're gonna be standing up, we'll come back, make that 90-degree angle as we do our lunge. And then to end our movements for your at-home workout, we'll do 30 seconds of lateral jumps. So you can even count out 30 jumps, right? Because it takes at least a second to jump from side to side. So 30 seconds of lateral jumps there, and then you'll just go right back to the top, starting with those air squats. So 15 minutes of work here, pretty simple, not too hard, and no equipment needed. So you guys have a good at-home workout, and we'll see you next time.
That was perfect.
Yay!